I feel that every time I come back from the supermarket, my heart just skips a beat. It seems that everything from eggs to electricity just keeps increasing. As a father of 3 kids, I'm done complaining. Here are 10 ways that I will be doing to combat inflation, and I hope that my research will be of benefit to you guys out there because sharing is caring. So what are you waiting for? Hit that like button, subscribe to this video, and let's go to the first point. And that is getting my savings in order. So as you know, there are traditional saving accounts in Singapore and there are your high yielding saving accounts. So the first measure that I have done is to park my money into a high yielding savings account. Currently in Singapore, the 4 high yielding saving accounts that come to my mind are the DBS Multiplier account, the UOB One account, the OCBC 360 account, and the Standard Chartered Bonus Saver account. Each of these 4 accounts come with various criteria. For me, the account that I've chosen to be my main high-yielding account has to be the UOB One account due to the fact that I only need to fulfill a monthly minimum spending criteria of $500 a month on a selected UOB credit card and a crediting of my salary into the UOB One account. Doing this will allow me to earn a maximum effective interest of 5% for deposits of $100,000. The reason why I've decided on the UOB One account is because to me, fulfilling the 2 criteria is so easy and my family is always using the UOB Ladies card to clock 6 miles per dollar for our dining anyways. If you are not sure which UOB credit card is suitable for you, I've done up a video which you can view over here and I've also put up a link in the description down below. The next measure that I'm taking is with regards to reducing my cost to travel. This is because traveling as a family is very expensive. Hence, my second measure is ensuring that most of my main credit cards are geared primarily towards the accumulation of air miles. In the past, I used to hold just the Citi Premium Miles credit card and I'll use it for all my credit card purchases. However, I was so shocked when I realized that after 3 years of spending, I accumulated around just 150,000 miles on that one card, which is shocking since I remember using that card for almost all my purchases. Now that I have 3 kids, traveling is way more expensive and I've come to the realization that by putting in a little bit of research, I can get 4 to 6 miles per dollar by using the proper cards, and in this year alone, we have managed to accumulate close to 150,000 miles already. In a nutshell, here are the credit cards of my choice and they are the Citi Rewards card, the UOB Ladies card and the HSBC Revolution card. Let me share briefly how each of these cards work. The Citi Rewards card will give us 10x points which works out to 4 miles per dollar, but it has to be an online transaction. In order to turn my transactions online, I pair my Citi Rewards card with the Instagram Amaze card. If you do not know, the Instagram Amaze card is a travel card that allows us to pair up to 5 MasterCards into one card, but the real benefit of pairing it with the Citi Rewards credit card is because every time I use the Amaze card, it shows that transaction as an online transaction and it keeps the merchant category code. And the Instagram app also allows us to check out the merchant category code every time we use the card to tap, and this allows us to double check to ensure that the merchant that we have transacted with is eligible for 4 miles per dollar. If you guys would like to know how the Amaze card works, you can check this video over here and in the descriptions down below. And if you do not have the Amaze card, then you can consider getting it via my referral link down below as well. The second credit card will be the UOB Ladies credit card. Okay, I know the card is named Ladies card, but the good news is that men also allowed to enroll for it. This card allows me to earn 6 miles per dollar on any one of the 6 categories. These are the 6 categories to choose from, and once you have decided which category you want to earn 6 miles per dollar, then all you have to do is just head down to UOB's website and click this link over here to enroll for it. I've placed the link in the description down below as well if you are not able to find the enrollment page. By the way, if you qualify for the Ladies Solitaire card, then you get to earn 6 miles per dollar for 2 categories, and this is capped at $3,000 per calendar month. The third credit card will be the HSBC Revolution Visa card. This card basically gives me 4 miles per dollar on most of my online and contactless spending. Contactless spending over here will refer to tapping your card via PayWave or through mobile wallets such as your Apple Pay or your Google Pay at any Visa PayWave terminal readers. In fact, since we are on the topic of Air Miles, I have been using the Kris Plus app to boost my Air Miles as well. So for those of you who do not know, if you use the Kris Plus app to make payment on its participating merchants, then you will get extra Kris Pay miles which you can then transfer into your Kris Flyer account. For instance, let's say today I'm at Canton Paradise, which is a participating merchant. All I need to do is use my app and make payment, and I'll earn an extra 3 Kris Pay miles on top of the extra 4 to 6 miles per dollar via my credit cards. I've done up a video on how Kris Plus works, which you can check out over here and in the description down below. And if you guys do not have the Kris Plus app, then you can get 750 KrisPay miles, which is worth $5 by signing up via my referral link down below and also keying in N747407 as the referral code. My third measure is reducing my petrol expenditure by ensuring I use the correct credit cards. So there are 4 petrol stations in Singapore: Esso, SPC, Shell and Caltex. Since the nearest petrol station in my area is SPC, therefore I've ensured that I use the correct credit cards to minimize my petrol expenditure. So just to share, the card that I have been using is the POSB Everyday card. If I'm not wrong, this should be the best credit card out there for pumping petrol in SPC, and this is the breakdown. Assuming a $100 gross fuel spend at SPC, the SPC and U card will get us a 10% discount off the bill. Using a DBS or POSB credit card will entitle us to an additional 5% discount, hence the net spending is $85. Using the POSB Everyday card will allow me to earn an extra 6% cash rebate on the final charge amount, which in this case refers to $85. Hence, by using the POSB Everyday card, I know for sure that I'm getting up to 20.1% of fuel savings. Do let me know in the comment section if there are better cards out there, and I will update this guide accordingly. Since we're on the topic of cars, my fourth measure is with regards to reducing my parking expenditure through shopping mall apps such as Lendlease Plus, Capital Star and the Marina Square app. You see, in the past, I will just drive my family to a mall, do our shopping and then drive off to the next destination. However, now whenever I go to any Lendlease or Capital Land Mall, I will save all my receipts and take a snapshot and upload them to the app. This will allow me to earn reward points, which I can then exchange for parking credits or shopping vouchers. Let me show you, this is my Capital Star app. As you can see, I have 3,575 stars in my account now, which is worth $3.55. And if you were to look at the Explore More Rewards tab, I can, for example, get $10 off Love Bonito with 500 stars by spending a minimum of $70. So now, whenever I shop, I'll just cross-reference with the rewards catalog to ensure that I get the best deals. And I'll then pair these rewards with one of the 3 credit cards that I mentioned earlier to ensure that I get 4 to 6 miles per dollar. Bang! Anyway, since we're on the topic of parking, I found a very good place to park, and that will be the Holiday Inn at Somerset. Parking is capped at $4.90 per day for Saturdays, Sundays and public holidays. So, whenever my wife needs to shop, we'll just park there and spend the whole day in Orchard. Enough about parking, let's talk about saving money on trivial stuff. I cannot emphasize how much my son loves to read. He can spend one whole day devouring his favourite books such as Inner Brighton, Geronimo Stilton, Dogman, etc. These books are not cheap and can cost around $20 or more. However, recently I realized that I can find second-hand books on Carousell for a fraction of that price. Hence, my fifth measure to fight inflation would be to rely on Carousell. For instance, that day I bought a set of 15 Enid Blyton books that were in very good condition for just $15. That works out to $1 per book. I think with Carousell, the only downside is that we normally have to drive down to make the collection, hence the deal has to be worth the time, petrol and effort. My sixth measure will be to place my money into money market cash funds accounts. These are mutual funds that invest in short-term and low-risk debt securities. One way to place your funds into a money market fund would be via Webull. So Webull's cash funds is via Fullerton, which is currently offering a 3.8033% 7-day annualized yield for Sing dollars. In fact, if you do not have a Webull account, then what you can do is you can either scan here or use my affiliate link down in the description below to open an account. This helps support the channel at no cost to you. As the promotions change all the time, I'll just show the existing promotions for your consideration. As an option fanatic, I thought I'll also share a strategy that has been brewing in my head. So as you know, the S&P 500 has historically been on an upward trend. If you were to look at this article from Business Insider, the S&P 500 has gained about 10.7% on average annually since it was introduced in 1957. So this will be my seventh measure, and that is to buy the longest dated SPY call I can find. Okay, I better put a disclaimer. options can be risky, and if you are new to options, then I think it's best that you read up about it and use a paper trading account first before buying one with cash. I've done up videos on how options work, and I'll link my strategy up here as well as in the description down below. But essentially, the buyer of a call option has the right but not the obligation to exercise the call to buy 100 SPY shares at a predetermined strike price on or before the option's expiration date. So what I have decided is to buy the longest dated SPY call. Basically, there are two ways that this strategy can pan out. The SPY can tank and I lose all of my money in that position, or it can rally and I'll earn from that position. Yeah, anyway, this is not financial advice, but I thought that I'll just share it to anyone who is keen. The reason why I've decided on this is because I think I'm done putting the bulk of all my hard-earned cash into stock positions, and moving forward, I will just allocate a portion of my savings to long-dated calls on the SPY and keep the rest of my savings in high-yielding accounts or money-managed funds instead. If the market were to rally, my options will allow me to participate in the gains, but if the market tanks, then the most that I would ever lose is the call option position, which to me is reasonable. My 8th measure is to start a side hustle. So for those of you who don't know this, I have been side hustling on this YouTube channel for close to 2 years, and I am this close to being monetized. The criteria for being monetized is to get 1,000 subscribers, which I've already achieved thanks to you guys out there, and 4,000 watch hours. As of now, I am at 3,070 watch hours. I am hoping that this channel will serve as a secondary form of income to feed my family. To be honest, the journey has not been easy as I have zero video editing experience, and I'm also very conscious of how I look. As you can see, I'm not exactly the best looking guy out there. So it took a lot of courage to post my first video. Therefore, if you found all these videos very useful, then do give me some encouragement by giving this video a like and also subscribing to the channel if you like my content. So if you guys have time, I would also like to encourage you to consider starting a side hustle as a hobby. And for YouTube, all it takes is just your phone and sheer determination. Who knows, you could be the next Mr. Beast of YouTube. Okay, enough about YouTube. One of my goals for 2024 would be to live a healthier lifestyle. This is partly because I just turned 40 this year, and I went for a health checkup just to make sure that everything was in order, and this is the results. Basically, I'm told that I have fatty liver, which is a little bit weird since I seldom drink. Anyway, I was advised to watch my diet and eat healthier, but when I was shopping for organic producers, everything seemed so expensive. So it just so happened that one day while on YouTube, I came across this video talking about sprouting, and I was thinking, hey, this does not seem very tough. So my 9th measure is to grow my own sprouts. Anyway, I googled this up, but apparently sprouting your grains and legumes can have several health benefits, such as improving digestion, increasing nutrient availability, where the process of sprouting and soaking can activate enzymes that break down protein and carbohydrate, making them easier for the body to absorb, reduce anti-nutrients, whatever that means, and improving glycemic control. These are the end results after 7 days of sprouting. So all it takes was just a glass jar, a sprouting lid, and a packet of seeds which cost less than $5, and that gave me months of fresh organic greens. So by doing this, I'm not only saving money, but it's also a very fun hobby as well. My last and final measure to fight inflation is to learn simple recipes and cook more instead of eating out. In the past, we will always eat out as a family. As there is 5 of us, one meal can easily cost close to $100. Now with YouTube, there are many recipes out there that are not only simple but also delicious to eat. So through YouTube, I've learned how to make various dishes and soups which are edible. Okay, this is definitely not a food channel for sure, and honestly, I had to YouTube how to fry an egg. But hey, at least I'm trying. Anyway guys, thanks for staying all the way till the end. I do hope that you really enjoy the content. My name is Darren from Singapore, and I'm very passionate about all things finance related. Do consider subscribing to this channel if you have not done so already. And if you are into Airmiles, then make sure that you check this video over here where I share more on my Airmiles strategy. See you!